The NFL has announced the starting date for all 32 teams in the league, and the Miami Dolphins will be among the first teams to get back on the field. Under league rules, teams cannot have veterans report to training camp earlier than either July 15 or 15 days prior to their first preseason game, whichever is later. Dolphins will open their preseason game on August 9, and will use every one of those 15 days prior to their advantage. The Dolphins veterans will report for camp on July 25. Those same rules, as outlined in the NFL Players Association collective bargaining agreement, allow teams to have rookies report 1 week prior to the veterans, and the Dolphins will once again take advantage of that rule. Miami's rookies will report for camp on July 18. The rest of the NFL, the Baltimore Ravens and Chicago Bears, will have rookies reporting on July 11 and July 16, respectively, as they prepare for their appearance in the annual Hall of Fame game to open the preseason. The Dolphins will be among the next group of teams to welcome rookies on July 18, along with Jacksonville Jaguars and New Orleans Saints also opening camp with rookies then. The Los Angeles Chargers will be the last team to have players report, with both the rookies and veterans starting camp on July 27. Training camp practice rules. The CBA, in addition to the dates camp can open, also dictates what can happen when during camp. Day 1, physicals, meetings, classroom work, running, conditioning. Day 2/3, on-field practices allowed without pads and without contact. Day 4 and on, 2-a-day practices authorized, no more than 4 hours per day, no more than 1 practice with pads per day, no more than 3 hours per day. Padded practice, defined as any practice with helmets and shoulder pads worn, minimum 3 hours between practices. Second practice limited to walkthrough work. Quarterbacks, punters, kickers, and long snappers may elect to wear helmet and or shoulder pads during non-padded practices. Players with head injuries may be directed to wear a helmet by team medical staff as a precaution during non-padded practices. Quarterbacks and defensive player who receive signals from coaching staff may wear helmets to receive communications from sidelines. Teams are required to video all activities and retain film for at least 30 days after the start of the regular season. The NFLPA will be allowed to view the films of practice if a complaint is made about the team's workouts. Compensation. Players typically do not receive their base pay during training camp, instead receiving it weekly during the regular season. During camp, players will receive room and board from the team, with clubs typically putting all players in a hotel for the start of camp. If a player does not have a personal residence in the city in which the team plays, the club will continue to provide housing for the player until the Tuesday before the regular season opener. Players will also receive per-diem payments throughout the summer, running from the start of training camp through to the week prior to the team's regular season opener. Players will also be reimbursed for reasonable travel expenses for the player to return to the team for training camp. Dolphins rookies. The Dolphins have signed all of their rookies to contracts. A team can have a drafted rookie report to camp without having signed their contract, with a good faith agreement in place for the team and rookie to continue negotiations should an injury occur. However, most teams and players will either complete a contract agreement prior to camp or the player will hold out the start of camp until a deal is reached. Miami's rookie class is R1.11, 11, Minka Fitzpatrick, S, Alabama 2.10, 42, Mike Gesicki, T, Penn Stater 3.9, 73, Jerome Baker, LB, Ohio Stater 4.23, 123, from Clevia Carr, Durham Smythe, T, Notre Damer 4.31, 131, from Navy Phi, Kalen Ballage, RB, Arizona Stater 6.35, 209. From Larvia KC, Cornell Armstrong, DB, Southern MISSR 7.9, 227, from SF, Quentin Poling, LB, OEOR 7.11, 229, Jason Sanders, K, New Mexico undrafted F8, Jonathan Alston, CB, NC State Kazan Collins, LB, UNS Jalen Davis, CB, Utah State Lucas Gravel, LS, TCU Connor Hilland, C, William.